Mr. Deputy Mayor Tommaso Sacchi, ladies and gentlemen, benvenuti a Milano alla Triennale, questo magnifico edificio è esposizionale. That's my Italian for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot believe, you can just not imagine how excited I am to be standing in front of you, to welcome you to Art for Tomorrow. 10 years in the running. So it's been quite a journey, and this explains my sense of excitement. I want us to start by a very warm round of applause for the team that has put together, the various teams that have put together over the years. You saw some images, 10 Art for Tomorrows to get us here to Milano. So well done to the teams. And on behalf of our team at the Democracy and Culture Foundation, which spans from London, Paris, Athens, on behalf of the New York Times, on behalf of Her Excellency, Sheikha Al-Mayasa bin Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, and Qatar Museums, who are our founding partners, we thank you for following us, for being here. Because it is you that make us tick, really. It is you that we do this for. And there are quite a few familiar faces in the room, but there are also some unfamiliar faces in the room. The exciting thing about this year is that we're doing it in a live and breathing museum. So a number of guests are kind of coming in and out as we're speaking. And Deputy Mayor, I want to thank you for being here. We started discussing about this dream that has now become a reality from 2019, and then COVID got a little bit in the way, but here we are, and we're going to stay in Milan with our Art for Tomorrow talks for a few years, so there's a bit of a legacy. But since there are a few new people here, I'll just give a very brief outline of what the Democracy and Culture Foundation is. We were founded just 5 years ago to further the work of two conferences that we started at the New York Times, the Athens Democracy Forum, and of course, Art for Tomorrow. The mission of the foundation, whose chair is sitting here in front of me, Irina Bokova, great to see you. The mission is to help democracy evolve by empowering society through citizen engagement and better governance. We believe strongly in the nexus, in finding that nexus of culture and democracy. That's what we're all about. And our theme this year, Overcoming Together. So when we got together with Tommaso Sacchi, and we were talking about Milano Art Week, and President Boeri, Stefano Boeri, of course, who's so busy running around his wonderful exhibition, we realized there were two magnificent themes. On the one hand, we had Among Friends for Milano Art Week, and Inequalities for Triennale. So we wanted Art for Tomorrow to bridge those two themes. So Overcoming Together it is. And what we really want to say about this is that if we do come together as a community, we can definitely and leverage arts and anchor our thinking into the arts and culture sector. We can try and overcome the problems that our world is facing. And there's a number of problems. I mean, our planet is literally burning. The tectonic shifts in the geopolitical space are mind-boggling. Stefano Boeri, thank you for joining us. I'm just about to talk about wars and conflict and inequality, and one of the things that your curators said here is that ultimately inequality is the disease. So what you've seen out there, the 471 days, for example, the tens of thousands of Palestinians and people, innocent people that have died, it's a heavy, heavy price for our humanity to be paying. So our thinking is perhaps through freedom of thought, freedom of expression, through creativity, we can come up with solutions that unfortunately some of our politicians, who we're losing more and more trust in, are not able to come up with. They should also look into culture a bit more than what they're looking. All these things are what we're going to be discussing over the next 3 days at Art for Tomorrow. We have a stupendous program together. I have to say, if I may, it's a work of art in itself. The amount of you that have come to me and said, wow, this program this year is fantastic. Well, Kim Conniff-Tabor, our editorial director, is sitting right next to Irina, and you have put a wonderful program together. Wonderful speakers that are going to be shepherded by our great moderators, Farah Nagari, Rosalind Sulkas, Scott, where are you, Scott Rayburn, Yorgos Archimandritis, and Yelena Turkuya and Sophia. We're choosing a few non-New York Times moderators this year. So we're diverting, we're expanding, which is great, and that's what we're going to talk about over the next few days. Being a very special year for us, 10 years. Doesn't happen every day, doesn't happen every year, of course. We've completed a decade. We wanted to leave a mark, and one of the things that we're doing this year, there's a few other surprises, but I'll leave those surprises to Jeff Koons and to Philippe Stark tomorrow and the day after. But one thing that we're doing is we're launching the Creativity for Social Change Award. Here in Milan, tomorrow night, we will be awarding, recognizing an emerging artist from, I'm not going to say very much because it's a secret, we'll find out tomorrow, but mainly from the Global South, because we need to shine more light to the emerging artists and creative talent from the Global South. I would like to thank our sponsors, of course, Sheikha Mayasa, your representatives are here. She's a force of nature, as we all know, and she and her team, and some of her team are sitting here, have been a driving force to bring us to where we are today after 10 years. Qatar Creates is our headline supporter, as is Gayane Umerova, the Uzbekistan Arts and Culture Development Foundation, and we have a wonderful session tomorrow on the Bukhara Biennale that you're launching. Our other supporters, Audemars Piguet and Prix Pictet, both of these organizations support creative talent, so a curator of theirs and a photographer of theirs will be here. Cartier, great to see you back here. Drum and Dad, the Phoenix Museum, the Migration Museum in Rotterdam, is opening on Thursday, I believe, Kim. It's Thursday or Friday. The Queen is going to be at the inaugural visit, but guess what? We will have the opportunity to visit it before the Queen. On Wednesday, we'll be the first people to ever see Phoenix Museum. Massimo Di Carlo, part of our cultural experiences, great gallery, will be there tomorrow. And of course, Ruinart, just to paraphrase Napoleon, in good times, we deserve it. And in tough times, like we're now, we need it. So, as I'm looking at you, Stefano, it's not because of what Napoleon said. I'm going to call you on stage, and I'm going to read something to everyone that I read. One of your curators mentioned this. To heal the divisions between humanity and between humanity and the planet, we must realign ourselves and use the word we. Not just to refer to our own group, but to the entire human species and the biodiversity of which it is a part. We are all interconnected within a single net. I read that, And that's where I want to invite you, Stefano, to say a few words for this absolutely wonderful exhibition that we're witnessing today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just a welcome. We met last October. We were hosting a forum on inequalities with several thinkers coming from all over the world, Tim Ingold, anthropologists, Richard Sennett, and many others. And immediately we share with Achilles the idea to do something together today. Today is a very special day for Triennale. We are opening the 24th international exhibition, as you know. And we decided to work on inequalities. So for many points of view, I think that this is a crucial issue for all of us, for one simple reason, that if we want to seriously face with the main challenges of the future, we cannot avoid to observe how inequalities is conditioning the contemporary world. Just think of how the poorest country, which are the less responsible for production of CO2, are the victims of global warming, and has the richest country, which are the main responsible, 75–80% of the production of CO2. They are, in a way, in condition to protect themselves from the consequences of global warming. So this is simple to let's say, think to how this issue about inequality is crucial today as a kind of key entry, as a kind of precondition to see all what could happen to humanity in the future. Also, if we think to AI, the same, we have to understand how AI could or not implement inequalities, could or not have, let's say, a role in reducing the differences. So I really thank Achilles, I really thank all of you. I think the idea of imagining how we could together overcome, because this is the title of this forum, this complicated challenges, it's very important, and I thank you so much for being with us today. And that's for sure, I think you know the exhibition is there. The ground floor is more about geopolitics of inequalities. The first floor is more about biopolitics of inequalities. And I hope you will have the time to see all what we had hosting today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stefano.
Maybe Tommaso is there. Tommaso.
And
Sacchi.
let's hear from Deputy Mayor Tommaso Sacchi.
Very briefly, thank you Achilles, thank you Stefano, of course. We are so thrilled, we are so happy to host as a city of Milan in such a wonderful occasion, the Triennale Inequalities, Arts for Tomorrow. It was a long time ago we met, as you mentioned in your opening speech. It was in Florence before I had a position there, and we were thinking about how can we bring Art for Tomorrow and all those thoughts from the intellectuals from all over the world to the city of Florence. Then it happened, and then Triennale, of course, with this so important and urgent reflections on inequalities came, and so it is the right occasion to bring all the voices you were able to bring. So thank you. Thank the New York Times. Tomorrow we will share the venues, and this is something really relevant because we are doing a co-production with Triennale di Milano, and so the other venue is Palazzo Reale. We will host all the delegates from Arts from Tomorrow, and so it is very important that when something starts in Triennale, one of the main cultural institutions of Europe and of our city, of course, it continues all around the city and also in Palazzo Reale. So we will see you also tomorrow there. Thank you so much. Grazie Achille, grazie a tutti voi. Grazie.
Thank you very much both. And Stefano, you have the artistic expression of inequalities out there. So the content is going to take place here, and we're starting with a great panel on community-based arts. After that, we have Fiasta Gates, who has a great installation upstairs that you should all see. By the way, Kim and I did the AI test, and I encourage you all to go and do that. Very eye-opening. After that, we have a performance, and then Her Excellency. This was not staged that she was going to be entering now, but Her Excellency Sheikh Al Mayasa bin Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani. I did say, Sheikh Mayasa, that you're a force of nature, so you actually chose the right minute to come in, because I was going to say that you will be joined by Lord Foster and Stefano to talk about the next 10 years of arts and culture. Thank you.